radio group station. The following show on 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Good morning.
Clear the air lanes, clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Are we on two? Yeah. All right. Welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good old U.S. of A. Show is brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. Man, what a game! What a game! What a game! I don't think I've ever watched women's basketball until this year, and I'll freely admit it. Good morning, Jeff. But I got to tell you, I think that whole Iowa Hawkeye team. I know everybody's Caitlin Clark crazy, and she's a pip, man. She's something else. But that whole team, Iowa should be very, very proud, and I know they are. Man, did you see all the yellow down in Texas?
Oh my gosh!
It was everywhere. Morning, Rick. Good morning, Rob. Mountain Man. Good to see you. So go, Lady Hawks.
That was a good game.
It was a good game. I actually almost got sick watching it. I was so nervous.
Oh yeah, I mean it was exactly what you want in a Final Four.
Yeah.
You had stars, you had everything, and
It reminded me of rattling after a big buck. You rattle, and the buck starts coming, and then it turns around or it starts to circle, and that didn't work. And then you hit your grunt call, and then the buck's head pops up. You start seeing the ears rotate, and then they start coming in. That's how it kind of reminded me of the game last night, because the Hawks were doing great, and then South Carolina would come back, and then I tell you what, it looked like a WWE match out there for a while there. Did you see all the holding and all that stuff going on?
Well, to be honest, I think the game of basketball in general is going more towards the entertainment side and less more of the technical foul side. But I thought they had to have helmets at one point.
Well, there were several times it looked like a bunch of jakes on a decoy. I mean, they were just whoever had the ball, they were jumping on them and grabbing them and clucking. I mean, it was something else.
I'd like to be in your head some days,
Well, it's
What goes through here? Is there a turkey constantly walking in there?
It's turkey season. Of course there is. Yeah, good morning, Jesse. Turkey report from Nebraska. 1 quarter of ice, 1 inch of snow, 30 miles wind. Jesse, you're an animal. Good morning, Stewie. It was, she's the OG yard. Yeah, it was a good game. Iowa should be very proud of the ladies out there. So that was pretty cool. Well, it's April 1st, and I'm not going to do an April 1st thing. I need to take a real quick minute. We had a really bad day at the Outdoors Dan house yesterday. My wife's brother passed away yesterday, and it just wasn't expected. And I got to tell you, I've had some loss in my life. I'm 59 now, so I'm starting to get older, but. I lost my dad at 58 years of age, but we knew it was coming because he had cancer. And Matt, I was downstairs working on a bow, and Jenny calls me. She's upstairs working, and the phone rings, and I go, hello, and I can hear her crying, and I said, Jen, what's the matter? And she didn't say nothing. She goes, Matt's dead. And I'm just telling you right now, that was a very awkward moment. I just you don't know what to say, so I went upstairs and I just grabbed her real quick and held her and said, "What do you need?" And so today I'm going to dedicate the show to my wife's brother, Matt. I think Jenny said he was 44, young guy. But don't take today for granted, because you just never know about tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised, and I don't think we do that enough. I don't think we. I don't think we. I try to treat every day like it's my last day because it could very well be. And so I'm going to take a minute here to tell Andrew that I'm grateful for him, and I'm grateful for all of you that are out there listening. And I know I say that quite a bit. I try to say that a lot, either on Facebook or on the radio shows, on the Outdoor Call radio app when I'm doing live shows there. I try to tell everybody how much we appreciate you. And I really mean that because one of these days you're going to be turning the radio on and I'm not going to be here. And I don't want you to ever think that I never appreciated everything that you did helping me stay on the air. So, uh, you know, so we're going to dedicate this show to Matt and his wife Tamara. And Tamara, I don't think you listen, but we're praying and thinking about you, kiddo. And everybody, circle the wagons. When you say your prayers tonight, would you say a prayer for Matt and Jenny's brother Matt? Just put a good thought up there to the man upstairs, and hopefully he's at peace and he's experiencing better things because I know he's in a better place. So, good morning, John. Good to see you. So, anyway, yeah, yesterday was a pickle. I'm telling you, it really was. We got a decent show for you. A decent show. I always say a good show, but today it's a decent show because I didn't.
Downgrading.
Yeah, I'm downgrading a little bit because I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm more out, but
Excuses.
yeah, I am. Normally when I'm tired, usually are better shows because I don't know what's gonna when I open my pie hole. I don't know what's gonna come out, but
Those can be fun.
yeah, today's a little different though. But anyway. U season is next week. We're gonna at 8 o'clock. We're gonna have Jared Larson from Onyx, and we're gonna talk about mapping and using your Onyx for scouting and all that other fun stuff. It's just us for this hour, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the youth turkey season coming up next week. I had Jim Coffey on. Good morning, Skippy. Oh, Skippy's over there in Peoria at the Iowa Deer Classic. There's a bunch of people over there, Skippy. You got George Lynch.
Is it Illinois at the Iowa Deer Classic?
Did I say I told you I'm tired. The Illinois Deer Classic. Thank you.
They start with Illinois, Iowa.
Illinois wishes they had the Iowa Deer Classic.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I was born in Illinois.
So maybe they're trying to imitate, so it looks a lot the same.
Yeah, there's some really nice people in Illinois. I was born in Illinois, but Illinois is not my favorite state.
I thought you were a Kansas guy through and through.
Oh, I love Kansas. And I was born in Belleville, Illinois, the home of right next to the home of the Alton Giant.
Huh.
Yeah. But I have of all the states that I have hunted, I've shot one turkey and one doe. I am 0 for like 7 on bucks and hunting Illinois. It's my jinx state. So I don't even crazy. But anyway, live action decoys are over there. Wade and Teresa, George Lynch, good old George Iowa Lynch. Legendary gear. He's over there at the Illinois Deer Classic. Skippy P's over there. So everybody enjoy the show. It's going to be good. I'm glad John and them guys from the Iowa Deer Classic, they own that show now, and I'm glad they bought it because Illinois needs something good over there. That's for sure. Good morning, Hoyt. Good to see you. Baseball season started. You should be in a good mood.
I am in a very good mood.
Yeah.
Bravos took game 1 of their 162 game winning streak.
The Cubs?
No, the Bravos.
The who?
The Bravos.
Who's the Bravos?
The Braves.
I don't even know. Is that a minor league team?
Funny. Yes, it is. But
did you see that catcher get thrown out of the game? But what he just puts his glove back to get the ball from the umpire, and he pulls his gloves. He pulls his glove back because he thought the umpire threw it to the pitcher, and the umpire threw him out of the game. Did you see that?
See, in the conversation
of Tony,
should we go with robotic umpires, that kind of a stunt gives way to people saying, yes, let's do robotic umpires. I'm not a fan of that, but gosh, guys, stop like Joe West and company making horrible calls, during big games.
It reminded me of turkey season.
Everything reminds you of turkey
It reminded me of turkey season. The catcher would be the decoy, and then you have the tom coming in, and then the decoy slightly shifts because you got a full tail fin on it, and then the tom just stops, locks up, and struts away. You're out of here, man. Yeah.
If I squint hard enough, I can just see it.
Scott Gildehouse says, since we are changing the way we look at things, I am going to say that I am a youth hunter. Scott says he's identifying as a youth hunter. Well, you know what? I mean, everybody else is doing things. Why not, man? Huh?
God bless the USA.
Yeah,
right?
I'm telling you. Yeah. I think I'm going to retire from the radio show, and I'm going to go. I'm going to join a 7th grade basketball team and see if I can't letter. I've always wanted to letter. You think I could do it?
Do they have letters in 7th grade?
I don't know. The whole thing's facetious, but
I know.
I'm just saying.
I'd say go out and become a city slicker.
I don't know.
All right. Wall Street.
Yeah, Iowa's youth season starts next week. I had Jim Coffey on the show on Wednesday. Jim is the Iowa Department of Natural Resources turkey biologist. And Jim said that looks like in the state of Iowa, we got a lot of 2-year-olds running around. So there should be some good action next week for the kids. 2-year-old birds are usually pretty vocal, and you can usually try to get them in pretty easy. And, hopefully, I just hope the weather's good for them. I'm actually heading for Kansas, so I'll be turkey hunting Wednesday morning. I'll be in a blind. So if you want to know where I'll be next week, I'll be happy and sitting there with my coffee and my Pop-Tarts and sitting in that old ground blind just waiting for them old tree calls to start going and the gobblers firing off and
texting me, hey, you want to trade?
No, that's the bad thing about this time of year. We can't do fantasy football trades because it's not.
That doesn't stop you from asking.
No, I got JJ. I'm pretty good.
You keep asking and keep asking. Asking.
Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound and down. Actually, I'm westbound and down.
Yeah.
So anyway,
let's get our directions straight here.
I'm telling you. So the youth season for next week is going to be 7 to 9, April 7th through the 9th. First season in Iowa is going to be April 10th through the 13th. Second season is going to be April 14th through the 18th. Third season is going to be April 19th through the 25th. Fourth season is going to be April 26th through May 14th. Minnesota opens the 12th. Let's roll, baby. You got it, Isaac. Isaac, thanks for my coolers. I got a couple Grizzly coolers. We're going to be giving a drifter away here pretty quick on the Outdoor Call Radio app, thanks to Isaac and all the good gang over at Grizzly. So, yeah. And he sent me a gear bag. I didn't know they had gear bags now. I thought they had a cooler bag, but I haven't got a chance to look at it real good. I just got it in the other day, but it looked pretty cool. So Grizzly's always up to something, man. That's good. So if you're hunting with a bow, you can hunt first, second, third, and fourth season. Can't if you're an adult, you can't hunt the youth season, even if you identify as an adult. I've been accused of being a child many times in my life.
Yeah.
But I won't dare to hunt the youth season because I don't think the game wardens are going to appreciate that. But my wife says I'm a child. Why can't I hunt? If my wife says I'm a child officer, why, I should be good. Probably going to get the old ticket book.
Wah, wah,
wah, wah. Yeah. Good morning, Hank. Oh, Hank's down at Revelton in Osceola. April 15th is a very special day.
Why is it a special day?
Well, I think it's the opening of. It's the. I was going to say it's the opening of turkey season down in Missouri. But
that is a special day in Iowa.
It is, yeah, because it means all the Missouri hunters would be back in Missouri instead of up in Iowa.
There you go.
Yeah, that's one way. And listen, I'm all for everybody going everywhere to hunt. Everybody should be able to go. I go to Kansas every year. I look forward to it. I haven't hunted Nebraska or Montana in a while, but I always enjoyed going chasing Merriams down there. But equal opportunity. But April 15th, Revelton is going to be offering a brand spanking new baby bourbon. Or no, it's not the bourbon. It's the rye whiskey. I'm pretty sure it's
rye whiskey.
I think it's the rye whiskey. All I know is go to Revelton Distillery, go to their Facebook page, go to Osceola. There's some big things happening on April 15th. I don't know exactly for sure 100% what it is.
That's not the tax day, is it?
No, is tax day April 15th? I thought they moved that back.
May have been.
I don't know. I can't keep it straight. I've already filed and
I
already done it. Yeah, I already did all my stuff. I do mine in February every year to get it over with.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I know I owe. So off to work I go.
I
I
haven't owed in a couple of years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, Revelton's got some pretty cool stuff. So is it 6:15 or 7:15?
Well, I'd hope it's 7:15 because if it's 6:15,
we need to change that clock. We got to figure out how to change that clock. It's 7:15. Tony, you as a kid you would go to jail, Dan. Tony says I would go to jail. Probably, Tony. Morning, Kevin.
Tony, the bad thing is they'd kick him back out of jail.
John says it's opening day in Georgia, and I'm playing golf. Well, there you go. It's opening day here. I'm playing golf tournament, but heading to Illinois next week with me and David. There you go, John.
There you go.
That's awesome. Everybody's busy this morning.
As they should be.
All right, so we got a deal going on. Mother's Day is coming up. I thought we'd do a fun contest. So here's what I did. We are partnered with Norlander Sock Company, right? Norlander Sock Company. Norlander Sock Company. Not PACA. Norlander Sock Company. Norlander. Just get that in your head. Norlander Sock Company. Norlander. So here's the deal. If you go to Norlander Sock Company's website, okay, and you order a pair of alpaca socks like what I'm wearing right now, I love my alpaca socks. Nice and comfortable, and they're so soft, but they thermal regulate. They work with my boots. I'll be wearing them on my hunting boots next week. If you order a pair, we're doing a thing called it's for moms, Mother's Day. It's Give Her Feet a Treat contest. Give Her Feet a Treat. If you order a pair of alpaca socks from Norlander Sock Company and then email me the picture of the order at outdoorsdan@mac.com. That's outdoorsdan@mac.com. I will put you in a drawing for every 10 listeners that I get to buy a pair of socks. I'm going to give away a pair of Itasca hunting boots. So I think I'm up to. I just started this yesterday or the day before. And I think I've already gotten 5 or 6 people that's ordered socks. So I think I've got 5 or 6 emails already. So as soon as I get 4 more, I'm going to draw for a brand new pair of hunting boots like I wear on Respect the Game TV. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to give away at least 3 pairs of boots. So that means for the first 30 listeners, every 10 listeners, I'm going to draw a pair. And if you don't win a pair of boots, I'm even going to give you one more incentive to buy a pair of alpaca socks from Norlander Sock Company. Even if you don't win a pair of boots, I'm going to take everybody else's name out of that 10. So 9, I'll take the other 9 people, and I'm going to put them in another drawing at right after Mother's Day, and I'm going to give away like a $150 gift card package. So you got 2 shots of winning something. So, and you're already going to be a winner because one, when you go to Norlander Sock Company and get on the website. Once you do the order, get the mom of your life a great pair of Norlander socks. You can get you a pair too, but get your mom a pair. My Jenny loves those little half socks I got her. I mean, I got her 3 pairs. She wears them all the time. Those are her favorite socks she's ever had. She told me that. So if you do that, I will get you in for a pair of boots and use the code DAN20. Dan20 when you check out, and that'll get you 20% off your first order. Okay? So you're going to get a great pair of socks. You're going to get 20% off if you put Dan20 in. You might get a $100 and something pair of hunting boots, Or you might win like a $150 pack from gift card pack from me right after Mother's Day. That's a win-win-win. Everybody's winning. So anyway, yeah, go check it out. All right, it is 7:19 and some change. We're going to talk decoys when we come back. Where to put them and when. Little strategy. Oh, hang on. I got a message. 66 mile an hour gusts and rain here in Virginia. Not good. Hoyt, we had that yesterday. I feel your pain. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Don't be scared of bear. Don't be scared, no bear. Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't have to suffer, and you can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that is helping folks...
What's up, everybody?
I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I have seen incredible results in pain relief. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause...
Yeah, I really felt bad for my wife yesterday. She
Emperor One offers lotions, drops...
can't imagine losing my little brother, man. That's rough, especially when just out of the blue. You know,
these products are totally natural and are not habit
not
forming.
good.
They will just help you start feeling like your old self again. So if you're looking for a natural way to find pain relief or reduce your daily stress, please go check out EmperorOneCBD.com. That's EmperorOneCBD.com, and your days will start feeling better really soon.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great-tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best-tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use kits that are used at home, including 3 new low-sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or smoking your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices, marinades, and rubs for
What's everybody up to this morning?
favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends.
Awful windy to go put a turkey blind out.
All across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite grilling retailer. Or go to HIMTNJerky.com for recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
Are you getting ready for hunting season?
Sure am.
Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close.
It is.
One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it?
Milo.
Well, I have.
We're going to draw the winner of the whitetail hunt
The Milo Locker
next
has
week.
been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years.
Yeah, I know, Hoyt. It's only April.
In the fact that they do everyone's order.
Been a crazy year, all right.
You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear.
Can't believe it's April
processed and
already.
hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications.
Crazy.
If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
Hey America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor.
How much rain did you guys get, Rob? Pennsylvania get hammered? We got hammered in Iowa yesterday. We had tornadoes everywhere, and Des Moines got lucky. Everything went east, north and east went around us. Just not ready for that kind of weather yet.
Buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bed It Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com.
I can't figure this clock out.
If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
In these times when a lot of us
60
are
mile an
working
hour
from home,
winds in
it's
Pennsylvania
even
and
more
West
important
Virginia,
to
huh?
make sure your home is the right
That's not
temperature
good.
and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away.
I fixed it.
Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over
No
70
mushrooms
years.
yet, but they are finding some grays down in Missouri, Hoyt.
Like the Peace
They're
of Mind
finding
Plan for less
little
than
grays
$50
about that
a
big.
month.
I got some
So if
pictures.
you want more time
It's been a
on
lot
the water
warmer down
or
there,
in
though.
the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff
We've been
Heating
pretty
and Cooling
cold
for
still in
any of your
Iowa.
home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Coming back.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. The show is brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. $60 a month, get you 1 month free. When you pay for a year in advance, you get a 12 by 50 spot, secure gates 24/7, cameras are everywhere. Plus, you get discounts if you go with a multiple spot as well. Just call them at 515-822-1362. 515-822-1362. Make an appointment, and they will help you pick your spot. Locally owned and operated. Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carla. That's where I keep all my stuff. So next week, I knew you could fix it. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Thanks for having faith in me. Next week, we're going to announce the winner of the Triple H Outfitters Dream Hunt off the Outdoor Call Radio app. We've been doing that for 13 weeks. If you listened in and gave me the promo for what we ran all week on the app, I was putting you in the drawing. It's almost $7,000 worth of hunts and prizes and everything. So I think I told everybody April 7th we're going to draw that. So when I'm in Kansas, I'll have Donovan pick a number, and I'll hit the old Outdoor Call Radio number generator, and whoever lands on that spot, they win. So we're going to do that. So good luck to everybody, and thanks to everybody that listened all spring, our winter, and January, February, and March, and this week. And we appreciate you doing that. If you haven't downloaded the Outdoor Call Radio app yet, why not? It's free. Got 16, 15, 16, 17 shows on there for you to enjoy every week. And it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you're, you know what, if you're a long distance truck driver, I would have that thing playing all day because, yeah, you know, I'd rather listen to hunting and fishing stuff than what's on the news and stuff these days. And it's free, and you might win something. So the next contest after we draw the deer thing, we're going to do a real short, like 3 or 4 week deal. And then after that, we're going to start qualifying people for a Minnesota fishing trip. You're going to get, whoever wins that one's going to get a brand new Trika fishing rod, Trika, Trika. That's one of the nicest rods I've ever had, thanks to Trika Fishing. They're going to get a couple days stay at the Pines Resort up on Lake Winnebagosh up in northern Minnesota. And that's our buddy Chad and everybody up there. They own that. That's where I always stay when I go fishing. And Lake Winnie, man, you can just get on some majorly big walleyes and crappie and everything up in Minnesota. So common big bucks. Come on, big bucks, laughing out loud. Yep, there you go. So that'll be the next deal. So we've got some fun stuff for you to do up there. All right, decoys. Next week, kids are going out. I don't think the hens are being receptive yet. Jim, when I had Jim on Wednesday, he said that he thought it was still a couple weeks away for the hens are going to start, really getting bred. So the temperatures just aren't conducive for laying eggs and stuff yet. So I would think hopefully we get a warm up next week. They should start being more receptive to the toms. So I definitely would get out there and try to either use a breeding pair or a Jake strutter and a couple like a lay down hen. I always use a lay down hen right. I put my Tom or my Jake strutter right next to her, like a couple inches, like he's just getting ready to get on top of her to breed her. And then I'll put a couple like an alert hen, and then I'll put a feeding hen out. I'll always try to at least use 3 hens. So that would be my little setup du jour for next week, and the week after that. And then after that, you could go to like a breeding pair and a couple feeding hens, or it would just read what the bird's temperature is. And if you get some strutters that are putting off of that, they don't want to fight. They're starting to, then go to a 3/4 strut Jake, or you could just go to some hens and put that out there. So that way, But I like having a Jake out there all the time, because 99.9% of the time, that's where that Tom goes. He goes to the Jake, and that's where you want to get your shot. So we'll see how that. Now the breeding pair I use from Dave Smith is nice because it's actually got the Jake or the Tom in a breeding position, and it's got a little string I can pop to make it have a little motion like he's actually breeding her. So that's kind of nice. If you're using a full tail fan Jake or a Tom, if you have a situation where the birds are putting off of it, that means that they're usually probably not the boss gobbler of those areas. They're probably subordinate birds, and if they don't want to fight, they're not gonna come in. They're not gonna want the confrontation. So they're already fighting now. So you could go to a 3/4 strut, or you could just go to like a breeding Jake and try that. If they're being aggressive, then keep using your full strutter, or however you want to do it. But every bird's going to act different. They're going to have a different behavior to them. Just read their temperature and see what's going on, and you'll be all right. Oh, error! I can see chipper shredder. This one. Okay, there you go. So, do you ever use more than one Jake? Chris, I'll be honest with you. I haven't really used 2 Jakes. I haven't really seen the need for that. You got the new one yet? I do not have, Rob. I do not have the preening decoy. I ordered it, but I haven't got it yet. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, there, Dave Smith Decoys came out with a new preening hen. She's got her head tucked under her wing like she's preening her feathers. And I think Larry's got it already, but I have not got that yet. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping the weather's good next week in Kansas, because it can be really windy out there as well. So yeah, I got the old Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls ready to go, man. You should see my striker pack. I got 6 strikers, man. I'll be able to sound like a multiple different hens, because each striker is going to have a different pitch or tone to it. So them turkeys they're going to think there's a hen buffet over there, buddy. It's a smorgasbord of hens. So it's hopefully going to be good. I just can't wait to get back and see Hilly and Donovan and everybody. I tell you, whoever wins that whitetail hunt that we're giving away at Triple H, the deer hunting's phenomenal. If you missed Respect the Game TV this week, go on Sportsman's Channel or Pursuit. You'll get to actually see Ryan and I our hunts from last year at Triple H in Kansas. You'll get we're on the show this week. So if you get a chance, watch that, and you're going to see what I'm talking about, man. It's just something special out there in Kansas. I love deer hunting out there and the turkey hunting, but 90% of it is just how much we love Donovan and Hilly and Connie and everybody out at Triple H. We just love everybody out there. Good folks and good hunting. That's what it's all about. There should be a song about that.
I think there is.
Good folks and good hunting.
Yeah, got to be something.
Yeah, I head down to Kansas when I want to go spend some time in the woods or watch that ground blind blow. I can't think of a better place to go draw a tag than Triple H Outfitters. I never get real sad, except when it's time to pack up the truck and go. I'm going to miss old Connie's victuals, but it's sad I got to go. I could be a song. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could write.
You should.
I should. Yeah. I know. I'll quit singing. Yeah. Hoyt, I don't know if you're going to win or not. Good, Jed. I hope I get to see you there, Jed. Yeah, I had somebody ask me, "Are you doing the turkey went down to Georgia this year?" And I said, "Nah, I did that 2 years in a row. I'm not gonna. I need to give everybody a break this year."
I think the turkey itself is in Florida.
The turkey went down to Georgia. He was looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Florida now.
Yeah, he's down in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
7:35 and some change here on 1350. Let me take another quick break, and I will be right back. Don't forget Limitic. Before I say anything else, I just read of a new tick disease. Man, it's getting scary. It used to be just Lyme disease. Now it's alpha-Gala syndrome, Lyme disease, and now there's this Barossa soleus or whatever. I can't even pronounce it. Now we got to worry about this stuff in the Northeast. I mean, what's all this stuff? Are the ticks mutating? I don't know. All I know is I'm wearing my Limitic everywhere I go when I'm in the woods: socks, pants, shirt, and a hood. I'm covered up because I do not want to get a tick on me because if that alpha-Gala syndrome, that's the one I really don't want to get, because if I couldn't eat meat, I don't know what I would do. I don't think I could live through a plant-based diet. I mean, that's just cruel and unusual punishment.
It is.
It is. I'm sorry. Nobody should have to eat a broccoli burger. X-nay on the broccoli. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Morning, Patrick.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market.
You think that's funny, Rob? I'm serious. Nobody should ever have to be forced to eat a broccoli burger unless you're in prison. Even then, I think that's cruel and unusual punishment.
Without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD.
I was talking to my buddy Gary at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, I'm not making this up. This is not an April Fool's thing. Chick-fil-A is experimenting with a fried cauliflower sandwich.
Plans starting as low as
No.
$5 a month.
When I go to Chick-fil-A, I want chicken. Morning, Jeremiah. I don't want fried cauliflower.
RevealCellCam.com for more
Not
info.
gonna be happy.
Bow hunting or archery is your
Ugh.
passion. Get to Archery Field and
Would you want a
Sports in
fried
Altoona and see
cauliflower
what's
sandwich?
new in your sport.
They say it's
Field and
good.
Sports has been helping archers
I'll
and
try
bow hunters
anything
for
once.
generations. They
Yeah.
have the experience to help you with your purchase.
I mean, it's bad enough somebody tried to force me to eat California pizza where the crust is made out of cauliflower.
Extras and accessories you'll ever
It's like
need.
eating glue, baby.
Staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques and are experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for
What's everybody up to today? I know Jesse's out there in Nebraska hunting.
Archery Field and Sports at East
Rob's going trout fishing.
in Altoona. Open Tuesdays
Hoyt's up to
and
something.
during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515.
It's not that bad.
6500.
It's extremely bad, Scott. Come on, man.
The deadliest
No,
broadheads
thank
out
you.
there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads.
Auction. Hank said an auction.
Just added to their arsenal with a new torch.
Now, I like broccoli. I don't mind broccoli as my vegetable. I don't have a problem with that. I tell you what I really like is my baked potato. Put some broccoli and cheese on that baked potato. That's pretty good. But I don't want a broccoli burger. I had California pizza crust the other day. Horrible. Thank you, Mountain Man. Preach it, brother. I've tried it. I got to lose 20 pounds. I'll be eating some cauliflower sooner or later. I'm already fat. I got that Corona roll going again.
Not deliver a short recovery. For more info, go online to www.slicktrick.net.
You have to try it at Moe's. I don't know, Scott. I just don't know.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite.
Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Game Hide.
Can you believe the Iowa Wild season's all over already?
To the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic
I think there's
clothing
one
will
game
retain
left.
its effectiveness for the
1 or
life
2
of the
games
garment
left.
and
Well,
needs
that went
no
quick.
special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing
Yeah, the
Elimitic
weather
can
is just
help protect
not
you from ticks,
good,
chiggers,
Hoyt.
and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting clothing. To learn more,
Yeah, I hear you, Scott. You can't help that, buddy.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
So during the break, we're talking about cauliflower pizza. Scott says it's not that bad. He says you got to go to Moe's to try it. I've never been to Moe's. I've been to his brother Curly's, though. Yeah, look at the pizza.
Now cut that out!
Man, I've had cauliflower crust pizza, and I wasn't impressed. But I never had it at Moe's, to be fair. You know, I try to be fair. You know what I do like broccoli. You know, if I got a nice venison chop or a steak, you know, a little baked potato and some broccoli, butter, you know, cheese and broccoli on the side. That's a good vegetable. You know, that's a good vegetable to put on your plate. And I'm not even opposed to having broccoli and cheese on my baked potato. What do they call that? A loaded potato? I don't have a problem with that. It tastes good. But I am not going to eat a broccoli burger. You are not going to force me to eat a broccoli burger. If I'm going to have a burger, I'm going to have a deer burger or a cow moo burger or an elk burger or a bear burger. But I'm not going to have a broccoli burger. I refuse. Yeah. Not going to happen. Not going to do it. Channeling my inner George Bush. Not going to do it.
Nope.
1,000 points of cauliflower. Not in my area of eating. I never did understand what that meant. 1,000 points of light.
You know, it's above our pay grade.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what a week. What a week. I got a bite from a star tick. Couldn't eat me for 6 or 7 years, and now that kind of just went away. Now I can eat a... Yeah, I'm just telling you right now. See, Hoyt, if you had a Limitic on, you would have been able to eat meat for 6 or 7 years. Wear your Limitic. Don't get bit. I hate them ticks, man.
You know what?
Yeah, not good. Not good critters. So, hey, kids, next week when you're out there and you're, calling, be patient. I had a couple of questions during the break. Dan, what calling sequences should I use? I really can't answer that because I'm not going to be there with you. You know, when the turkeys fly down, here's my typical morning in the turkey woods. Okay, get out there early, about a half an hour before the sun cracks the horizon, and get in. I leave my decoy stakes out. If I go put the blind, usually I go to try to put my blind out the night before. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll position my decoy stakes so I can get in there. I'll put my camera tripod in the blind. I'll sit inside the blind and I'll get everything scoped up so I know how I'm filming the TV segment, right? And then I'll leave my ground stakes in the ground. I always put them out at 10 to 12 yards, right? So I'll leave those out. That way in the morning when I'm bubbling through the woods in the dark, when I get to my blind, I can go right to my stake and put my decoys where the stakes are. And I know when I get back in the blind, I know everything's going to be where I need it to be. How many times, come on now, be honest with me. How many times have you got out there in the middle of the morning when you set up, put your decoy stakes out, and get your decoys in, then go climb in the blind, and good morning, Speed, my old cookie barbecue buddy. You get in the blind, you sit down, and then it starts getting a little bit lighter, and your eyes adjust, and you look out, and your decoys are not in the right position in your shooting windows. How many times? Raise your hand. I'm raising my hand. See, I'm dumb, but I'm not super dumb. I finally figured out if I go the night before and just leave the stakes in the ground, I never have to worry about that again, and I don't have to get out there and crawl on my stomach when the turkeys are starting to pitch out of the trees, doing their little fly down cackles, that I have to go out there and try to reposition everything. So, if you go out the night before, it's always, if you can do that, it's always, leave your stakes in the ground. That way you know where you're at all times. But my normal morning is I'll start hearing those first tree calls and then the gobbles, and then I'll get excited, and then I'll kind of, the best nap I take all day is that 30 minutes waiting for the sun to start coming up and then the turkeys flying out of the trees. And purr and cluck. There you go. And then once they get down, they usually shut up, right? Because they've got the hens with them and they don't need to gobble. So I'll let them know I'm there. I'll do some excited yelps. I'll start out with some real soft tree calls, and then I'll start doing some clucks, and then I'll start doing a few more yelps, and then I might do some excited yelping for about, I don't know, 7 to 10 notes, and then I'll shut up, and then I just want to see what happens, because usually I usually just have to wait about an hour and a half, and then I'll start hearing some gobbling again, and then that's when I'll start really calling. I'll start doing my 5 to 7 notes yelps, and then I'll start doing some excited yelps. I might even, and then if he gobbles at me, I might start cutting a little bit. If I start hearing the hen talk to me, I do exactly what the hen does. Whatever that lead hen is squawking, that's what I squawk back to her. And I'll be honest with you, since I learned to do that, I've shot way more birds than I ever had before, or I've had better success. You start cutting that lead hen off, and she gets mad. She does a wonderful thing. What does she do? What do you think she does? When you get that lead hen mad, what do you think? She starts coming in, right? And when she comes in, what happens then? She brings the boyfriend with her. And I'm telling you what, when she brings the boyfriend with her, it's a beautiful thing. It just is. That's when you're usually sitting there and you hear her squawk, and then the next thing you know, you hear thump, thump. He's usually coming in, man. I'll tell you what, I that's spitting and drumming. That's one of my favorite sounds there is. Coyote will catch them before they hit the ground. They can't. The coyote will catch them before they hit the ground here. Well, Hoyt, how's the coyote climbing trees? If you got coyotes climbing trees in Virginia, Hoyt, you've got issues. Those coyotes, if they've adapted and overcome gravity, and they know how to climb trees, that's a whole nother level of messed up. We need to start doing some thinning the herd. Oh man, I think the kids are going to hit it right next week. Hopefully the weather's good for them, and I think that.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Yep. Huh?
Let's hope. The weather is.
Yeah, it's miserable when it's cold or windy.
Well, then it teases you with a 70-degree day, and then 4 hours later, boom.
Yeah, Larry and I were talking about this the other day. I hate hunting in the rain. I hate hunting wet turkeys, man. They're miserable. They look miserable. I want it to be nice and sunny, and let them fans get feathers all dry and fanned out, and let them out there and strut their stuff, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want them shiny and puffed out when I shoot.
You got to have picture perfect.
Yeah. They just look miserable when they're wet, and they stink.
Yeah.
They're stinky turkeys.
Don't like that.
Stinky turkeys. All right, I got to take another break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports program that, if you qualify, will give you a guaranteed rate for your whole education while on the shooting team. That means your cost won't go up. You will get to experience a new level of competition and learn in a small class size with the feel of a larger campus with a ton of opportunities. So if you're looking to advance your education and love to shoot,
Rupert's Roost in Peace, Tom. That's what the hat says.
All-Americans and has a winning record of 4 times national.
See ya, Hoyt.
Grandview Shooting Sports athletes will have your ammo, uniforms, travel, and education covered in your scholarship. If you like to shoot for the stars and push yourself, Grandview University wants to talk with you. For more information, check them out at gvvikings.com.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true
There's Revelton.
in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well,
What's everybody using for ground blinds this year?
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier.
I see. I was up at Sportsman's the other day. I saw they got a couple more ground blinds out that were just new this year.
It's also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available.
Anybody using Tacticams for their hunts? That 6.0 is a good one. I like the 5.0 wide or the 5.0 too. I'll put one of those out in my turkey in my spread. Man, I love getting them strutters coming in right at eye level. That's pretty cool footage. And that remote control works really nice too. Start hearing that turkey spitting and drumming, hit that old remote.
FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action.
Hey, Outdoors Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable? Well, I have a way to keep your feet feeling great in any weather or outdoor activity.
Norlander.
Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company?
I have not.
Norlander Sock Company uses high-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there.
Wow, that's pretty cheap, Rob.
Comfortable and feeling great.
Have you opened it up and looked at it yet? Is it decent quality?
You might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also has a natural antibacterial quality to them that will keep your socks from smelling. They have heavyweight and lightweight styles with a bunch of color and size choices for you to choose from. Plus, gift boxes are available that are 100% guaranteed. So this year, when you plan your outdoor activities, make sure you keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Try a pair of Norlander socks, pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to norlandersocks.com and give your feet a treat.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety,
there you go,
depression,
Patrick.
or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life.
Patrick said he's got the Tacticam 6 on his shotgun ready to go.
A marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer
Yeah, I hear you there, Rob.
a straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health.
That wind's a mess, isn't it?
The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions.
I got a great blind tip. When we come back, I'll give you a blind tip.
Discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us
Morning, Rick.
24/7 at newlifecounseling.com.
Oh, those guys are going paddle fishing.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. So, hey, real quick tip. If you're going out and if you got a bunch of rain coming in or if you got snow in the forecast, I know we shouldn't hopefully have too much more to deal with the snow, but we have gotten a few snows on opening day here in Iowa. One of the things that I do is I got a 2x4 that I have. I drilled out at the top of the 2x4. I drilled a hole through it and put a rope through there, about a 12-inch piece of rope. So what I do when I go set my ground blind up, if I know that there's heavy rain in the forecast or if there's going to be some snow, I'll take that 2x4 and I'll put it at the very center of the blind at the hub, and I'll take that in and I cut the 2x4 so it's just long enough that I can scoot it underneath that top hub of the roof and not put too much stress on it. And then I'll go ahead and I'll take that rope and I'll weave it through the rods and I'll tie that in at the top, and then that way, if you get a good snow or if you get a lot of heavy rain, your roof and your blind is not going to collapse. It's going to give it some sturdiness to hold up in some really high bad weather conditions. I do that every year, and then what I usually do is I'll throw it behind my blind on the ground, and I've had turkeys walk right over it. They don't really pay attention to it, so I do that for the fall hunting season too. I'll take it out there because you're brushing your blind in and you're leaving it. And then that way, if there's some heavy snow in the forecast or heavy winds or rain or whatever, when I leave, I'll just go ahead and tuck that 2x4 underneath that top hub of the roof, and inside. You want to keep it inside the blind, so you're basically making like a big support pole, right, with the 2x4, and you tie it in. And then when you get there in the morning, you just untie it and you put it behind the blind. But I'm just telling you right now, if you do that, your blind will not collapse, and it's going to take really good care of your blind. It's going to last longer, and you don't have to worry about you getting out there and having your blind all tore up and everything a mess. So I had a friend of mine tell me that several years ago, and as soon as I said, that's a great idea. And I'm shocked nobody's came out with like a tent support stake, like a telescopic one that had like a little U frame at the very top where you could just put it through and where it cups that hub, and then you just stake it in and twist it or tighten it in. I'm surprised nobody has come out with that, calling it like the center stake or something. But the old 2x4 with a string drilled through it works just fine, and it's only a couple bucks, and there you go. That's what I do when I got bad weather, when I'm got a ground blind out. I haven't lost a ground blind since I've done that, which is nice, because that's a couple $100 we don't need to spend if we don't need to. So, all right, I'm going to take this real quick break. I know we just got back, top of the hour break, and then when we come back, we're going to visit with Jared Larson from Onyx. Walking sticks gun rest, that would work too, but you want something pretty beefy, Hank, because you get about a 6, 7, 8-inch snow. That's a lot of weight on that ground blind, so you want something that's going to hold it. And most of those ground blinds are 5.5, 6 feet tall, so I don't know if a walking stick would work that way. But you want it to make sure that you can just put it underneath the top of the hood, stick it in the ground, and tie it off so it's going to support it. So. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at
Yeah, Ken, I actually buy the bigger orange or green steaks. They're the metal steaks with like the orange or green top. I don't use the ones that come in the blinds. Those things are worthless. Especially if you get 25, 30 mile an hour wind gusts and stuff like we normally hear in Iowa and Kansas. It's usually a little bit of wind, right? So I just go ahead and I buy 6 of those regular ground steaks at Sportsman's, and that way I know that's not going to, my blind's going to be out there when I get there. Morning, John. So I'll do all 4 corners on the steaks, and then I'll on the strings where the hub, where you tie your ground blind on the hub. I'll have that all the way around. My blind will not move when I do that. Don't use them little stakes. They won't hold up in a high wind.
We are
when you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny that's your one-stop outdoor.
There you go, Rob.
Sportsman's Warehouse. The Sportsman's Warehouse has everything.
Rob said he uses trap stakes.
That will make any outdoor trip a success. Sportsman's Warehouse.
I'm going to try the 2x4. Rob, I'm telling you, it'll work.
In the field and on the water. Smokers and grills.
That's a real inexpensive tip that really works.
Kayaks and boat gear are also on hand to help you find more fish when you go wet alive. Sportsman's Warehouse has all the footwear and clothing choices at great prices that will make sure you are outdoors.
I don't know how many blinds I've ruined because I left them out, especially in the in the fall, late season, and we get about a 7, 8, 10-inch snowstorm, and I get out there and my rods are broke and stuff from the weight of the wet snow and the wind. Since I put that 2x4 in the middle of that blind and stick it in the ground and tie it off so it won't move, I haven't lost a blind.
Feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and
there's
longer
dry
casts,
snow. It's
Trica
powder
has
snow.
people talking.
And then there's
Trica
wet
rods are
snow. Wet snow is the heavy
to be
snow.
more sensitive with their unique
snow
weave
Knucklehead.
design, as much
Like
as
snow in
2
general
times as
is
sensitive as other costly
Not
rod
when it's
brands.
not when it's
Trica
powdery.
casting performance
but
will
it's
give
like
you up to
textured.
26% longer
Wet
casts
snow is like
to keep your
that's
bait
the heavy
in
stuff that
zone
kills you.
longer.
So,
Trica knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give
It's
you a
moisture
rod
in
that
general.
will
what do you
last
want to
longer
say? Heavy
and let
snow?
you feel the bite better without
Wet
putting
snow.
the bite on your wallet. Trica rods are significantly
He's
less
trying to
than
correct
other
my
high-end
vernacular.
rods
Snow is
available.
snow. It's
They
wet
offer a
to
1-year
begin with.
no questions
Powdery
asked
snow is
guarantee.
not wet.
Trica rods can be
It's
returned
powdery.
for any reason up
Coming
to
from
1
the
year
air.
after
Well, I know,
purchase.
but when
They also
it
come
doesn't
with a
melt in your
limited
hand, it's
lifetime
just like
warranty. If you want to see what
sawdust.
has anglers talking, go
Not
check out
sawdust.
Trica
It's
rods
like-
at
Compare it to
Trica.com.
sawdust.
I can
That's
compare it to sawdust,
TRIKA.com.
absolutely.
KRNT Des Moines is 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. A Des Moines Radio Group station.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday. We got a debate going on with snow. Is it wet or dry or what? Powdery? I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. There's wet snow,
Heavy snow.
wet snow,
Heavy
which is
snow.
super heavy.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that almost kills you shoveling in the driveway. And then you have a dry, powdery snow, which
White
is not.
snow.
It's not wet. It's like sawdust. It's just cold.
Snow is moisture.
Okay,
Falling
you
down.
take the powdery snow and put it in your hand. Does it melt? No.
Yeah.
It blows away. Yeah.
It is snow. Snow is
I tell you,
moisture.
these kids today,
Snow-
man, they
not
just don't.
sawdust coming from the sky.
They just don't understand things.
also
Hour number
melts.
2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the shootability challenge yet? If you haven't, I encourage you to go to your nearest Elite dealer and see what all the fuss is about. The new era, it just got bow of the year, and I still haven't got mine yet, but I'll get it this summer probably. That's Elite's first all carbon bow. I'm shooting the new Omnia. That's the flagship hunting bow that came out. That's what I'm turkey hunting with now, and the new Terrain just got best value bow of the year. So Elite's got some award-winning stuff for you to go take a crack at, and once you take that, put your release on and draw back, you're going to see what all the fuss is about. Go check them out at Archery Field and Sports or your nearest Elite dealer. All right, we're going to head to the phones and talk to our buddy Jared from Onyx and see how he's doing this morning. Jared, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. How you doing?
You know, I'm going to go chase some turkeys and have my Onyx hunt thing going, so I can. I got it hooked up to my CarPlay in my truck, so I'm not going to get lost in the morning going to my hunting spot, and I'm marking dusting spots with my Onyx on my phone. I'm just having a good time.
Right on. Are you just getting antsy for your Iowa opener there? Are you headed to Nebraska, or what's your plan here?
I always start in Kansas, so I'll be in Kansas.
Okay. So
I'll be
going down for the archery season then.
Yeah. Well, I have to bow hunt everything, Jared. So, because that's all we do on Respect the Game is archery hunts. So, but
I certainly understand that. I've bow hunted my fair share of turkeys, but in my honest opinion, they're made to be shot with a shotgun.
That sounds like your uncle talking.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I do enough sitting still and waiting on deer all fall that my turkey hunting tactics are a little less patient.
Now, Jared, I don't know you super well, but I know you well enough to know that you can't sit still. You're always moving somewhere. Come on.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. If I'm sitting next to the same tree for an hour, I've done pretty well that day.
Yeah, I mean, how far did you and your puppy walk the other day? What was it, like 17 miles or something?
Oh yeah, the pups and I have been getting out, and I mean, I'm a very half-hearted shed hunter. It more or less just turns into a nice long dog walk because I don't ever pick up any antlers, so I have a tough time calling myself a shed hunter.
Yeah, well, I just know one thing. You're always, I mean, yeah, you're always moving around. Hey, I got to tell you, we started that Unknown Files show. I think we're in week 13 already. But you would, it's crazy how many people, when I talk about Onyx on there, we got people all over the country listening to that show on both coasts. And when I tell them when I tell them there's a Bigfoot icon on there, they flip out on that. They love it.
I'm so glad that you brought that back to my attention because I had forgotten that you had started that Bigfoot show from the last time that we had talked. So if I end up heading to the ski hill for the final time today out here in Montana, I'll be listening to some Unknown Files on the way there.
Yeah, if you can't find Andrew, you got that on regular platforms too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we don't archive anything on the app. If you go to the website off of the app, Jared, then you go to the archive page on the outdoorcallradio.com, and I've got all 13 of the shows archived there. You can listen at your convenience.
Incredible.
Yeah, but you can. I think Andrew's got it on Spotify and Apple Play and all that, iHeart and all that other stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm telling you what, man, that's awesome. I got a ZR2 last fall, and I was so happy when I plugged my CarPlay in, and I could get my Onyx app to come on through my dash. That I don't even use Google anymore. I just use my Onyx.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked here at the office just with the kind of virality and the reception that we've seen from CarPlay. You know, we're obviously excited about it, but we had no idea how excited folks would be to get Onyx in the dash. And I mean, I don't even have an in dash, but I was down in Mississippi and Alabama last week chasing around some turkeys with a few different folks, and my rental SUV was my first-hand experience getting to use CarPlay, and I'm with you, man. It was sweet to be able to have it on there and know exactly, you know, whose property you were driving along, or, you know, when I got to the properties I was hunting, just to be able to kind of visualize it from the car, game plan there with the guy in the passenger seat, guys in the back seat. You weren't all looking at a phone. Yeah, it's just those small little nuanced details that really make the difference with the Hunt app, and I'm stoked that it's in CarPlay now. And Android Auto coming real soon.
Say that again. What coming soon?
Android Auto. So if you have an Android currently, I mean, we've had the product backend built for a while, and you know, every 2 weeks we're able to release a new feature or new version of the app to the app stores. The last couple Android ones have simply been denied. So we've just been trying to get all of our Android users the ability to use that in the dash as well.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, we all want to shoot as good as Caitlin Clark, Jeff. You got that right, 100%. Thanks for dropping in on Facebook Live. You know, here's what I like about it. Like when I go to Kansas, I might be hunting 4 or 5 different farms. So they don't those back gravel roads in the at 4:35 in the morning. It's kind of hard to see the signage and stuff, or know exactly where you turn in onto into the watersheds, or you know, so you don't get the waterways, so you don't get in trouble from the farmer. So if you know, when Donovan takes me out there for the first time, I'll get on my Onyx, and then I'll drop a parking marker right there. And then the next morning, I can just throw that on through my CarPlay in my truck, and then I know to the foot where I need to pull off and park. I mean, it just saves me so much time without getting lost, because I've been known to miss a turn here and there out there in Kansas and then next thing you know, the sun's coming up and you got to wait a couple hours before you can go try to sneak in the blind.
Now has Donovan or Larry or anybody else that's been in Kansas, they've been dropping you any pins? Any scouting been done, or what's the outlook?
Larry and Paul just got back from Texas filming down there. Hey, Ralph DiMartino in New York. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Larry and Paul just shot 4 birds down in Texas, and I know they were playing with Larry. Larry said he tried to call you the other day because he wants to talk to you. He's got probably 1,000 pins on his Onyx. You and him. He said he needs to have an in-depth conversation with you.
In-depth conversation. Yeah, I was out of pocket all last week. I was chasing birds around Mississippi and Alabama. I'm not sure if you've ever been down there, but I don't think Verizon believes in building cell towers in that part of the country.
Does AT&T works down there though, doesn't it?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, because Larry's got AT&T, and I got Verizon. And when he goes to Mississippi, he hunts down there at Yazoo, Mississippi, with Backwoods Attraction with Cody and them guys from Small Town Hunting. Larry goes down there a lot and films, and he's always got service down there. But I know Mississippi and Alabama opened up, and did Georgia open up early too?
So Georgia's youth season just happened. I believe their opener, I want to say it's this weekend today.
Okay. I know Mississippi opened up. And boy, they had some bad storms down there. You didn't get into any of that, did you?
Holy smokes. Yeah, that tornado that rolled through like Rolling Fork and a couple of other those towns. I was about an hour southwest of those storms when they rolled through. So we had some gnarly thunder and lightning, but nothing like some of those folks are going through. That devastation in Rolling Fork in particular was astounding.
Yeah, that's not good. My buddy down there, who I do the healthy herd with Backwoods, Ben Dungan, he had some damage to his house and stuff in Yazoo. They had, I think he said it was within a mile of his house, and it just was horrible.
Yeah, jeepers. Yeah, prayers up for all those folks because they are in a rebuilding phase. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's not good. So hey, now you guys just aren't doing mapping anymore. I mean, you're doing a lot of stuff to help hunters all across, as far as draw permits, application periods. Yeah. I mean, you guys are really becoming a full service hunting app that's just not mapping anymore.
Well, I appreciate you taking notice of that, Dan. Yeah, no, we're trying to go with somewhat of a notion of beyond the map. I mean, obviously the map is our core product, always will be. And when you're in the field, we sure hope that you rely on it. When you're out there, whether that's chasing elk, chasing pheasants, or chasing turkeys. But we've also recognized that hunting seasons are only so long and only a portion of every single season. And so we've definitely stepped our foot into the Western application gauntlet, if you will. So we acquired Top Rut. So Top Rut Draw Odds is now owned by Onyx. So it's Top Rut by Onyx. But all of the same industry-leading information as far as draw odds in the major Western states for each individual game management unit and all the species, elk, deer, moose, mountain goat, you name it, you're going to be able to find those draw odds within Top Rut. And then we've also just created a really, really close partnership with Hunt and Fool. And if you're not familiar with Hunt and Fool, those guys are incredible. Their knowledge base is unlike any other folks I've ever encountered. And they all have specialists, right? So if you're interested in a Colorado hunt, but you're not really sure even where to get started, if you're an Onyx Elite member, you can simply call up one of the consultants at Hunt and Fool, and they'll talk to you one-on-one on the phone, help understand what your goals are, whether that's to just get an opportunity hunt and you want to go as soon as possible, or if you need to save money for 5 years and you want a little bit better of a trophy opportunity, whether it's bow, rifle, whatever it is. Those guys have the knowledge to help you, apply for the right points, apply for the right units, understand landowner tags, understand, the turned in tag process. I mean, there are just so many nuances to hunting out west, and there's only going to be more in years to come. Hunting out west it's never going to get easier, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so, we just recognized that we needed to help our customers ensure that they can experience, an elk screaming at 30 yards, and the opportunity at a once-in-a-lifetime Shiras moose, and just all those things that take a lot of time, resources, and understanding, and wading through government websites and piecing together information that, we knew that we needed to aggregate all of that information into a couple easy-to-find spots. And so Hunt and Fool and Top Rut have been awesome partners and acquisitions for the hunt team here.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And here's the thing. There's so many people now that are starting to get out there, Hunting Public show and some other YouTube channels I've seen. People are really getting into hunting public ground across the country when they get out and travel, because that way they're trying to save some expense, and using that on BLM ground and stuff. Just going out and ridge tops or cutbacks or coulees. I mean, you can mark all that stuff and then go back if you could get an over-the-counter tag in Colorado, or depending what unit you are somewhere else in the country. But you can go back to those areas, and boy, does that save you a ton of time, especially if you're chasing elk. I mean, you're going to want to know where in the morning, elk start going back up in the mornings when they're out feeding in the alfalfa and everything at night. You don't want to catch them getting back up. But that saves you a ton of time if you got it right there on your phone, and already kind of where you've been and what's been good and what hasn't been.
I mean, I just can't even imagine hunting out west without it. I mean, you can certainly get by if you're hunting, the same 100 acres that you've spent the last number of years hunting. You may not have a clear and obvious use case of the app, but yeah, if you're on unfamiliar ground, just the ability to know exactly where you stand, be able to hunt with confidence, and at the end of the day, whether you're turkey hunting, elk hunting, whitetail hunting, so much of the best public ground that's available is very, very close to those private borders. It's no secret that most of the best wildlife habitat is on private lands. And so being able to hunt those borders with confidence is so crucial to finding success, especially out west. But I mean, shoot, I've hunted public land turkeys in almost, probably about 10 states. And I mean, that's so often the case there as well. It's like you are almost always finding birds right near those public-private borders. And when there's not a fence or, clear pace on trees, the Hunt app just allows you to just be sure in your setup and hunt confidently, and you're not looking over your shoulder wondering if you're in the right or in the wrong. It just makes it black and white, and I mean, for me, just enhances the experience being in the woods.
Yeah. Ryan from Respect the Games, watching us on Facebook Live right now. He said he loves the new app feature where it shows you places that you can go glass. He says that's really, really cool.
Oh yeah, okay. So Ryan's talking about on web maps. So if you're an elite member and you log onto your computer and go to onxmaps.com, log in, you are going to have access to something new that we're calling Onyx Labs. And so for elite members, Onyx Labs is going to be a spot that we kind of allow folks to, I guess I'll call it beta testing, but we're going to put new features into that Onyx Labs on our web map in order to get as much feedback as possible in early on stages of new features. So Ryan's talking about what we currently call Viewshed. So when you're on there, you can basically your cursor becomes a little as you move your cursor around on whether that's a glassing knob in Montana or, a high point in Kansas, it's going to illuminate all of the areas that you can see from that point where your cursor's at. So it takes the guesswork out of, climbing a few hundred feet of vertical to get to a glassing knob, only to realize that that you can't actually see anything from there. So that's a pretty cool one. And then we also have what we call TerrainX within Onyx Labs there, which I actually, again, I didn't find any sheds using it, but I definitely used it to kind of narrow in on an area. But within TerrainX, you can filter the exact elevation bands you're interested in, as well as the slope aspect you're interested in seeing. So if you only want to see, south-facing slope aspects at 1,100 to 1,300 feet, because that's kind of the spot historically where you'd find most of the sheds on your Iowa farm. It'll illuminate exactly those aspects and slopes that you are most likely to find sheds on, or in the fall, a lot of times those elk like to bed on 20 to 30 degree north-facing slopes. You can dial that in on TerrainX there and start to locate likely bedding areas, all sorts of use cases. So we're pretty excited that folks are finding that and giving us feedback to help improve products, before they're fully finished.
Yeah, I was talking about this on the show a couple of weeks ago, but Larry and I were shed hunting before the Iowa Deer Classic, and I went in there and we found a bunch of new scrapes and rub lines that I didn't know that was there from last year. And we marked all those because that's exactly what July, that's where we're going to be putting some stands up. So we were able to mark that. And, that to me, Jared, is one of the valuable things to me. You do your scouting in January, the season's over. If you bump a deer, by October 1st, they're going to totally forget about that. And you can you can find your back trail from a food source to the bedding area. You're going to be able to find secondary and primary trails that you might not known as there, and that's going to help you be more successful the following fall.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Especially, winter scouting is great. If you're able to get out and do that, sign is so obvious when there's snow. But I do a lot of that during turkey season.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll typically, I'll hunt Wisconsin this year. I'll hunt Iowa this year. I'll probably go down and hunt Kansas this year for whitetails. But in Wisconsin and Iowa, both of my turkey hunts in those states will be an equal amount of poking around, looking for deer sign, trails, and I'll mark all that stuff on Onyx. And what I'll do specifically is I'll turn on the tracking feature within the Hunt app.
Yep.
And especially midday there, if I don't got a bird going and I've already got my nice springtime nap in, I'll just start walking all those deer trails with my tracker on, because they're typically pretty obvious, the well-used trails in the spring as well, just with the mud and the slop. And it's crazy the picture that you can build by just having your tracker on and walking deer trails as long and endlessly as possible. And you start to just kind of build like the hub of the wheel, if you will, where multiple trails are intersecting, or, there's this one little saddle that, multiple trails all just end up funneling over, or, it's crazy what you can find when you do that and then zoom out once you get done with that day and look at a bird's eye view of what your deer trails lay out to look like on a property.
Yeah. If you can put a blind or a stand where you got all them spokes coming in to meet, that's the place to be, right?
That's what they say. The hub of the wheel. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. 8:22 and some change, Jared. Hang on, I got to take a real quick break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future.
What's up, Roger? Ralph, I did the same thing, man. 12:01 last night. I put in for my my non-resident deer tag.
Life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about.
As soon as it popped on that site, I applied. Just hope we get drawn.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Thanks, Katie. Good to see you.
Not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather, Itasca Footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that
40 minutes away from turkey hunting. Well, I don't get to go hunting, but I'll be packed and ready to go.
Of customers and most major and family-owned retailers. For more information or footwear styles, please
marking entry and exits, Larry Mack. Good point.
Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Hey guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out driving around town? If you haven't, let's talk a little bit about Chase Decals in Ames, Iowa, and what they can do for you. I just got my truck wrapped up at Chase Decals in Ames, and they did an amazing job. Josh, Bob, and the staff took the time to find out exactly what my needs were, what my goals were going to be. Annual Spring Wildlife Survey is underway off my ZR7. Now we're doing 50-mile routes, 2 per county, and driving below 20 miles an hour to go scout and see what the birds and the deer look like. Exactly your business does. I want you to pick up the phone and call Josh at 515-292-6466. That's 515-292. So that means they do it in the spring and then they do the fall survey too. CaseDecals.com and start planning your campaign today. I always do that August roadside survey in Iowa too.
Next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been
How do you know that? He texts you?
Whether it's
Old Smelter.
or the 5.0 wide camera,
doing his job.
Capture your hunts like never before.
Come on.
They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam Fish Cam that's totally waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing action. All the Tacticam cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible, feature live stream capabilities with over 2.5 hours of record time that feature image stabilization that's far above other cameras in its class. The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple cameras to one remote to capture more angles and shots like never before. So when you're ready to record your next hunting or fishing adventure, don't forget to take your Tacticam camera. You'll be able to relive your trips like never before. Tacticam.com for more info.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel, caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin, or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's
Should be coming back.
It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning, and thanks for watching all over the USA. We got New York in the house, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Larry McCoy is watching us on Facebook Live right now. Now I'm really intimidated. We got Jared Larson on the line. Jared, you know, one of the things that I love about when I have my app on, not only I don't know about you, but I used to get so frustrated with my GPS because, I mean, at the time I dropped stuff and created a waypoint, and it just took forever to get everything done. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can just hit tools on my Onyx, and I can drop a landmark right there. It just takes like 5 seconds, if not less than that. It's so much easier to do. You can add photos. You can look at the wind line distance. There's so many things you can do with that application. You don't need a GPS anymore.
Weird, Dan. You don't like carrying around, mostly useless 4-pound brick?
Well, mine wasn't 4 pounds. I had that Rhino or whatever, that Garmin Rhino. But I just, the thing is, the GPS doesn't tell you what the landowner next to you is and the boundary lines. I mean, it's all right there. I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live. I just opened my Onyx and I even showed my waypoints right there. That's my actual app on my iPhone right there. But it's nice to know who owns the property next to you, because in case you shoot a deer, and if it goes across the fence, who you got to get a hold of. In Iowa, you can legally don't take your weapon with you, but you can legally go and grab your deer. But out of just courtesy, I always just call the landowner and say, hey, listen, I just shot a deer. Just wanted to let you know that I want to be recovering, and then we'll get right out of your property, and just let them know what's going on. And they always appreciate that. There's thanks for letting us know. And I mean, all that information's right there on my Onyx app, and it's just nice to have it, Jared.
Yeah, well, totally. And whether you're searching for permission or, as you said, just trying to recover game, or, I mean, shoot, the amount of folks that use it, not even for hunting. I mean, whether you're a forester or a real estate agent, or if you're just searching for a house. I know a number of guys who have reached out and told me that, they used Onyx to just start sending letters to folks that owned property that they were interested in, that it's worked out for them, that they're able to buy a piece of property that they simply found just scouring Onyx. So, yeah, the use cases for the app can be fairly endless. Just depends what you like to do and what your job is, and I'm sure you can find a number of ways to put the Hunt app to work to make your life a little easier.
Well, that's way easier because you don't have to sit there and fumble through all these different screens and stuff. It's just right there for you. Larry says marking entries and exits is on fire or valuable, and we kind of covered a little bit about that. But I mean, if you're going scouting, especially for deer or any kind of cervid hunting, you're going to want to be able to find out where they're going from the bedding area to the food source and try to get in between if you can. And wind direction's so important. You want to make sure the wind's always in your favor. But all that information's all there on Onyx, and it's basically like having a hunting guide with you in a way, Jared.
I mean, to some extent, it's almost it almost pulls the need of having to have like woodsman skills. It almost makes them somewhat irrelevant to some extent. Obviously, reading deer sign and turkey sign, or whatever quarry you're chasing, and understanding what a rub means and what a straight means, and what trail intersections means in regards to hunting it. But I mean, as far as navigating in the woods and being able to identify, saddles and little coulees, and like in Kansas, just those few feet of topography difference that creates some of those little swales, all that stuff becomes so visible when you're using the Hunt app. Yeah, it really allows you to be more efficient in the field and understand the areas that you need to spend more time in to find more success. I mean, like for me, for turkey hunting, I mean, locating habitat diversity in close proximity to water is kind of like my number one key feature when looking at an area I've never been to before. And so what I'll do is I'll go into the map layers there, and under our trees, crops, and cover layers, I'll flip on the deciduous versus coniferous layer, along with my hybrid base map. And then you're able to just see those transition zones, those edges, that habitat diversity, and where those edges exist. And so often, in very close proximity to an edge with water nearby, you almost always are finding turkey sign if you're in a part of the country that has decent turkey numbers.
Yeah.
And so really just utilizing the hundreds of layers that we have at your disposal for specific hunt use cases will just allow you to save so much time and energy and focus the time you do have to be in the field on the areas that most deserve it.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of folks focus on food, food sources, or they'll look for roosting areas, but nesting cover is vitally important. If you can get into where you've got food located to where there's CRP or nesting cover, you're going to have an abundance of turkeys because that's where the hens are going to go to lay their eggs. And, if the hens are around, the toms are around. So, that's another valuable, real quick tip you can use Onyx with.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially, starting there in late April and May, and those hens start to split up and all start to go laying. If you can find a good nesting area, and unlike me, you can be a little bit patient, you're going to find a gobbler.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks. First of all, I want to thank you for sending that stuff out for the Deer Classic. People like grabbing it from the table, so thank you for doing that. And I tell you, I'm excited to get out there and chase some birds. And how's the Merriam population in Montana doing? You got good bird numbers out there?
Well, we had a heck of a winter this year, just with really early cold, really early snow. So it'll be interesting to see. We're kind of getting some melt, although as I talk right now, it's snowing up in the mountains, but down in the valley floors, we're mostly snowless. I honestly have not yet taken my first turkey drive here in Montana. That'll probably happen at some point this weekend. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how the birds fared through this tough winter. I'm certainly hopeful because in the last couple of years, I would say our bird numbers have been great. But I also, the non-resident turkey hunting population in Montana is growing dramatically. I think it was up like 60-something% last year. So there's certainly some folks that have kind of discovered the turkey hunting in Montana, and I'm glad folks are getting out and enjoying their public lands and chasing some gobbling birds around.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use it this fall. I'm gonna be doing a speed goat hunt in August, so I'll be looking at water and alfalfa fields and all that other fun stuff to try to get on some speed goats.
Heck yeah! Well, I know they'll test your patience, and once your patience is through, well, you can maybe get some cactuses in your palms and knees as you crawl around after them.
Yeah, and well, at least I'll have some sage around,
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Hey, are you going elk hunting this year, or you gonna have, or did you put in for your tags?
Oh yeah, no, I'll for sure do Montana. I got a couple days here to figure out what I'm gonna do with Colorado. I got a couple points there, but I got some folks getting married in early October, and so we'll have to play the old calendar shuffle.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, one of these days, hopefully, I can get out there and get me a Miley Cyrus's moose sometime.
Well, keep trying to apply. It might be a lifetime yet.
Yeah, I hear you. I ain't got that much time in, Jared. If you call the DNR for me and tell them to let the old man in, will you?
Yeah, I'll give him a kick in the pants and make sure that they find your name in the hat.
Hey, tell everybody what's the easiest way for them to get on Onyx and download the app.
Yeah, so from whether you have an iPhone or an Android, just go to your app store, search Onyx Hunt, download it. You're going to get a 7-day free trial to just check out the app and start to understand its different use cases. And that's what I would recommend doing, especially as your turkey seasons kick off. Use it when you go out to scout or listen for birds, and just start dropping waypoints. That's honestly the most valuable thing that I've found turkey hunting is just marking a waypoint on every single gobble you hear, because they're creatures of habit. If that bird gets shot, more than likely another longbeard is going to come replace him if the habitat is correct. And there's a longbeard there. They typically kind of refill those pockets. So that's my best recommendation for spring turkey hunting, not only for a singular season, but year on year. Once you start to build some of that data and those icons of where you've found birds, you're going to be so much more efficient in your future endeavors. So go download it from your app store. If you want to check out more information, just go to onxmaps.com. And then we also have a bunch of educational resources on our YouTube, just Onyx Hunt, from 30-second quick tips on how to use the app better for turkey hunting to full hour-long master classes that dive into individual state application strategies, or talking with like the boys from the Hunting Public and how they're scouting turkeys. we cover a wide breadth of educational topics on our YouTube.
All right, buddy. Jared, thanks, man. Good luck this spring, and we'll catch up with you soon, okay?
Appreciate it, Dan. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks for getting up early for us.
Anytime.
All right, there he goes, Jared Larson from Onyx. Fine feller right there. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, Larry Mack, what is going on?
I know it's a Cyrus Moose. I always say Miley Cyrus.
Tell me about the new S2 Select and Apex Core.
Yeah, we are super excited about these 3 releases. We'll start with the Apex Core. The Apex Core is a closed hook design where the Apex was an open hook design. It also has a finger through hole, so for extra grip. And also with the closed hook, you can leave it hung on your D-loop while you're in the tree. Second, let's go to the S2. The S2 release is a double sear release. It also comes with a forward trigger, so you get 2 triggers. You get a forward trigger and a rear trigger. Third, let's go to the Select. The Select is a back tension offering that has grooves in the handle to eliminate any slipping. It also comes with 2 moons, so you can fine-tune or adjust to get the shot to break whenever you want.
Man, that's awesome. I can't wait to get down to my Scott Archery dealer and check these out. If you want more information, folks, go check them out at scottarchery.com.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
Well, I think a lot of folks
heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The
Morning, Dr. Yagi.
Sharpener is designed to sharpen
Morning, Jake.
every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive
Obi-Wan's in the house.
The system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at worksharptools.com. That's worksharptools.com.
If you're into the outdoors, whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors
we didn't have
as
smelter
problem-free as possible since 1999.
Smoking Joe's with a customer.
Outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cots units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great
Miley Cyrus Moose.
Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and
I always muddle that up.
Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store.
Sounds like it's easy enough to do.
Why don't we just say Moose?
That's Camprite with a K.com.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location
I
in
would
the
love
district
to
of
go
Prairie Trail
get me
in
a
Ankeny,
Cyrus
and is now
Moose.
serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day.
I'd love to go
The
to the
Olive
Olive
Tap
Tap.
is your one destination.
You
for
should
the
go to the
finest
Olive Tap.
cooking
They got
oil,
good
spices,
stuff
and
there.
vinegars. And now, fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries. With
You
unique
get some really good
flavors like
avocado
Tuscan
oil
herb,
there.
basil, spicy garlic and parmesan,
That's good for
smoky
cooking.
bacon, and jalapeno, just to name a few. The Olive Tap also offers
Oh,
special oils like avocado and walnut oils. Not to mention 20 different varieties of balsamic vinegars, including raspberry, strawberry, hickory barbecue, sour apple, dark chocolate, and many more. The Olive Tap carries sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other fine cooking items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the District at Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny, 515-964-1065, or at theolivetap.com.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa.
Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility carts as well.
Man, 1 minute it's hot in here, the next minute it's cold.
Available with fancy wheels.
It's weird in here, isn't
We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cars. Let the folks at Speed's handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
Ready? Yep. All right, got fishing reports to do. I need to tell you about Advanced Family Dentistry real quick. I had a really nice email from a nice lady saying, Dan, what is the name of the dentist that you always talk about? My husband just retired and we need to get a new dentist. And I got on my little email and I said Advanced Family Dentistry. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi is the place you ought to be because he can get a cavity and he will only charge you a small fee. See what I did there? Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, yeah. Come and listen to a story about a dentist named Yagi. Yeah. It doesn't roll. Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer, barely kept a family fed up through the green shot. I can't remember the rest of it. It's been so long. Yeah.
Better than I did.
You got a cavity, go see Dr. Yagi, and he'll just charge you a small fee. Pain-free. Jedi dentist.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Boss will be with you.
Yep, 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. They can do all your dental stuff there. They take great care of me and my family. They will do the same for you. The voted best dentist shop. Hands down running in Ankeny for generations. That's right, 515-964-1490. 964-1490. They can even help you with the Invisalign. They have the smile you always wanted. Advanced Family Dentistry, where the floss shall be with you.
The floss will be with you.
Absolutely. All right, fishing reports today. West Okoboji Lake, relatively free of major heavy heaves and hazards. Bluegill bite in late Emerson Bay and Little Emerson Bay out to Treboji has been slow. Fish have been really finicky. The walleye season is closed. Black crappie bite is fair. Small jigs, tip of the minnow. Gills are good. Perch are good. Decorah District streams, very little snow left in the woods. They got stocking going on for the trouts. Brown trout bite is really good. Meltwater flowing into streams, bringing in a fresh supply of food for curious brownies. Rainbow trout bite is good as well. Big Creek Lake, all the docks are in at the Big Creek boat ramps. Walleye fair. They're catching wallies in the evenings during the after sunset near the rocky shoreline. Blackhawk Lake is ice-free. Courtesy docks are in. Crappie bite is fair. Walleye are fair. Yellow perch are fair. Ada Hayden Heritage Park. Rainbow trout is excellent. They're going to start doing trout stocking in the northeast Iowa stream starting this week, April 3rd. That's your fishing report for the day. They're going to put about 320,000 catchable size rainbow trout and 30,000 fingerling brook trout and 5,000 fingerling brown trout will be stocked in hundreds of miles of northeast Iowa streams from the beginning of April to the end of October. So there you go. How about that? Got the big dream hunt to Triple H Outfitters. Good morning, Dr. Yagi. Is that new or did that just pop back up again?
I need to get in to see him.
Yeah, well, you better.
Dr. Yagi, I'm coming. I got to schedule something, but
you're supposed to get in there twice a year and let him clean your teeth.
I know. I gotta get there, and he's got to work his magic again.
Yeah, Yep. Just get in there and just go to Beverly.
Huh?
Beverly. Yeah. Advanced Family Dentistry. Crowns and Cleanings. Movie stars.
Crowns and Cleanings. There you go.
There you go.
You should be their spokesman.
I kind of do it sometimes. I might not get to the dentist regularly, but when I do, I go to Advanced Family Dentistry.
Ding.
Mom always said you don't know what you get until you open your floss container.
I would hope you do know what you get when you open that thing up, but that's okay.
Big Dream Hunt. We're going to be drawing the winner on April 7th, 6 days from now. Dun, dun, dun. Whoever wins that's going to get a $4,500 whitetail hunt to Kansas, courtesy of Triple H Outfitters. They're going to get a brand new Elite bow, courtesy of the fine folks at Elite and the Outdoor Group. They're going to get Game High certificate, Sportsman's Warehouse gift card, Jones Brothers shoulder mount, a Work Sharp sharpener, a pair of Itasca hunting boots, a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm looking forward to announcing the winner of that.
holy hole in a donut.
Absolutely. Go check out Respect the Game TV on the Sportsman's Channel, Pursuit, Waypoint TV, the Hunt Channel, and there's 3 of them that I can't remember. I think we're on 6 networks now. YouTube, all that other fun stuff.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
Yep. I don't care. Let him play and let him have his fun. I'm going turkey hunting. I got the drone all charged up.
There you go.
Yeah, I got my battery drone all ready to go, so I can go do some fly-ins.
Should you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go for it.
Go see what the turkeys are doing from the lodge. Just zip it in, zip it out, get some nice footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the old. I got the slick trick torches all put on my arrows ready to go. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm all set, man. All right, he's breaking me. I got to go take a break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly
listen to a story about a dentist named Yagi. For dental.
Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines.
Listen to a story about a dentist named Obi-Wan. Poor Jedi dentist
is also a great way
never
to see your
hurt
property
anyone.
stand.
He uses the Force to treat you gently. Because if you go to Advanced Family Dentistry,
You'll be
happy. You'll be happy.
So,
floss.
If you want to always know where you are and have the ability
Whitening.
to save information that will help you
Movie stars.
go download
Advanced Family Dentistry is located in Enki. They take the right turn into the parking lot.
Fishing, camping, or tailgating?
They take good care of you and your family. They can even make Granny feel happily. Advanced Family Dentistry. Cosmetic dentistry, that is.
Arctic ice packs are a rugged ice substitute.
Yeah, I'd have to work on that. I'll work on that when I'm bored in the turkey blind when the turkeys are laughing at me for an hour.
If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic ice packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chill and Brew packs. They'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice
When
Packs.
are you doing trivia? Jerry, I'll do trivia when I get back. I'm not going to do it today because I'm going to be gone. That way, if there's any problems, I don't have to drive back to Kansas.
We are a full-service gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs.
I got works. What do I got for trivia when we get back? I got work sharpener.
As well as folks who like to hunt.
I got some new sharpeners. I got some knives in.
Still accept trades on
I got some fishing lures.
Also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on
I
consignment.
think what else I got in. I got a couple. I got some grizzly coolers. We're going to do some promotional stuff with. I got some Norlander sock certificates we're going to do. I got some Olive Tap certificates to give away. I got a bunch of stuff coming for trivia.
Hits, holsters, and sights.
Hang in there.
It all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call them old papermouth or a slab, folks love to chase after the tasty crappie.
I got crappie baits to give away here soon too. We're getting into crappie season.
Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them,
I forgot about that.
has the baits, tackle, and apparel every crappie.
And if that wasn't good enough, we got some pure whitetail grind coffee to give away. I got a bunch of stuff. Those new drifters from Grizzly are amazing. I can't wait to give those coolers away. Those are nice.
Hey everybody. everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter? If you are, there's a group that I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state of Iowa. Did you know hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state? Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here. That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores.
I haven't been able to get a hold of Mike. I need to try him.
That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving forward. Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters, but businesses all across the state to protect your rights. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website, huntingworksforiowa.com.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, kids, turkey season's next weekend. It's going to be the 7th, 8th, and 9th in Iowa. Kids, get out there, get your birds, have fun. Don't be worried about how big the beard is. Don't be worried about anything other than putting that shotgun bead right below its head in that neck area and whammo. Or if you're out bow hunting, just aim where you need to aim. Hey, Brock, what's up, buddy? You just get out there and enjoy your experience. And thanks to everybody that's going to be taking kids out next week. And just be patient with them and let them have fun and enjoy the experience, because that is what it's all about. Need to thank the fine folks at Herman's Fine Jewelers for helping us do the show today out there at 2900 University in West Des Moines, Suite 150. They do a great job. If you need any kind of jewelry repair, if you got something for a special occasion, if you need something you're not wearing anymore and you need a new turkey gun or a new turkey blind, take it out to Herman's Fine Jewelers. Chances are you're going to get way more for your money if you do that, and tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. Their phone number is 222-2600, 222-2600. Donnie and Frank do a great job. That's why they are my one-stop jewelry shop. Good luck in Kansas. Thank you, Brock. I always need the luck. I can't wait to get out there. I'll be doing some Facebook reports from the blind. I will next week will be a best of or a worst of, depending on your point of view. We're okay if you say worst ofs, because it's me. But anyway, we'll have and then we'll get back. And then hey, Jones Brothers Taxidermy. We're going to do something kind of neat this next year. We're going to be giving away have you seen those deer mounts that are like a pack mount, where you're packing out the deer with a cape mount and stuff? We're going to be giving one of those away from Jones Brothers Taxidermy in Mitchellville. We've never done that before, and whoever wins that Dave is making one for me right now with my Kansas deer, and we'll tell you more about that when I get back. Be good to one another. We're on it together. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Goodbye. Gobble gobble. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk with you soon, okay? Thanks for listening. We'll see ya.